Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Season 40 of the Pichu London Cup Series. Today we're here at Homestead, Miami for the running of the Dixie Vodka 400. And starting on the pole for this race will be the 22 car of Max Ferrier, and alongside him will be his teammate, the 2 of Samet Ozkan. So we have a Penske 1-2 in the front row. Last weekend it was a Hendrick 1-2 in Atlanta, but now we have a Penske 1-2 here at Homestead. We have Quinn Porter in the number 9 and Isaiah Bernesh in row 2 in the 21, and Cassie Reynolds is in row 3 along with JD Figueroa. Row 4 will have, Figueroa, by the way, he won at Atlanta last weekend. Lean Campana starts in row 4 with Cody Smart, and Max Bailey and David Bazuki round out your top 10. And here's all the other cars that will be in the starting lineup here in today's race, as we're about to take the green flag here at Homestead, Miami for a primetime race at the track. And without further ado, let's go trackside for the command to fire up the engines.
Drivers, start your engines.
This should be a fun night here at Homestead, Miami. We'll have 28 laps around the track. Hope to see some action here at Homestead. So here we go. We're back in Florida at Homestead, Miami after being in Atlanta last weekend. It's always fun to have races like these at Homestead when it's really banked and really fast. We'll see what happens in this Homestead Miami Speedway track. We'll see if anything will change. As here we go, the pace car comes to pit road. We're about to get the green flag at Homestead, Miami. And Max Ferrier leads with Samet Ozkan alongside him. The Penskes will lead us to the front row as we're about to take the green flag here at Homestead, Miami, and we're underway. So far, a good start for the 22 as he will take the first lap of the race. 22 off to a brilliant start here at Homestead, Miami, and his teammate right behind him. These two won races this season. Max Ferrier won in Daytona, and Samet Ozkan, he won at Auto Club. Races 1 and 3, the Penskes won in. So they're both looking to get their second win tonight here at Homestead, Miami. Max Ferrier, he's been one of the dominant drivers of the season so far after winning the Daytona 500. One of the most consistent we've seen here this season. At one point, he was battling for the race win a couple weeks back in Atlanta. And he was with Dylan Kroom, who also was battling for the win again. Kroom, by the way, won race 2 at Sonoma. The last two winners have done pretty well. And here's our winner last weekend in Atlanta. That was JD Figueroa. He won to get himself in the playoffs again back in Atlanta, and now looks to go back to back tonight. Field has separated a little bit, but these guys are still racing competitively. And this might be the second time this season we had a caution-free race, believe it or not. Which is pretty impressive because last weekend's race was caution-free, and the races before it had a ton of cautions, especially the one at Auto Club, where we had a caution almost every lap. Came down to a wreck-filled overtime that was won by, guess who? Samet Ozkan. And there we see Cassie Reynolds battling for a position with the 21. That 21 is not giving up. Still trying to get ahead of the 48, but that 48 gets a run. That 48 got a run up high. Oh, man. Trying to avoid that wall. Oh, he gets into the wall. Was a little too aggressive up on the high line there. He was a little too aggressive up on the... No, Cassie Reynolds, she was too aggressive up on the wall. And she lost the position. So got to be very careful with the wall. this track you got to be real careful with that wall. Otherwise, it might hit you back. So they're running on the best line, the high line right now. But if they get in the wall, it's trouble. And now Figueroa's in the wall. Oh, he nearly gets into the 21. And a little contact there with the 51 of Alexander Rowe and the 88. A little bit of a scare in the back there between Max Bailey and Alexander Rowe. And now they're going 4 wide here. Uh-oh. One car's in the wall. Oh, they're getting a little loose now. One car went up in the wall. Alex Hawkins, he slows up the pack behind him. Now they're really starting to clip that wall. Oh boy, they're trying to hang on for dear life, trying not to clip the wall. And wow, my goodness, the cars are getting a little tighter now as the race goes on. They're getting tight when they're trying to get that high line into the turn. And the high line's been the best line here at Homestead so far. And they've all been riding on it, but they got to be real careful not to hit that wall. Look at that, 36 trying to get a high line run here, trying to get by the 6, and he hits the wall instead. Yikes. Again, it's been very tight. I mean, these cars are getting tighter up on the walls. When they get closer, they get tighter. And it's been very hard for them to avoid smacking the wall. So it's going to be a very interesting race from start to finish, as these guys are going to try to risk it here, trying to get the runs just to get by for position. 13 trying to risk it here, trying to risk not hitting the wall to get that run, to get that 6 car. So far he hasn't really gotten into the wall much, just barely was able to get out of the wall. Sure, it's only a matter of time before somebody wrecks out trying to get a run up on the high line and instead smacking the wall. Because they're getting really, really tight now. Cars are getting tighter and tighter. Now 21 tries to avoid hitting the wall. 48's challenging him for the position. Right now 48 has the advantage, but can Cassie Reynolds clear the 21? Trying to get help from the 9 car. I think the 9 car is going to try to block the 21. That 9 car is trying to help out the 48 a little bit. 48 still going low. And Cassie Reynolds still trying to take a chance. Now the 21 up in the wall almost. Not quite going to hit the wall there. But look at Quinn Porter trying to fight back up high in the middle. This is for 3rd place they're battling. And somehow the 21 does not get into the wall. He's able to avoid the wall and is able to clear both drivers. So the 21 with some impressive driving back there to stay in 3rd place. Trying to beat out the 2 Hendrick cars in this season now. And we're going back up high. 32 going real high. Man, this has been about a race of risk and reward here at Homestead, Miami. And now it looks like Reynolds might have to try to pass her teammate. 48 car trying to pass her teammate right here as that 9 car nearly gets into the wall there. Might be an advantage for the 48 to get by the 9. Here we go again. The wall's going to be a factor here again. Look at David Bazuki. Look at that run by the 31, and yet he avoids hitting the wall and gets by the 9 car and the 48. Wow, David Bazuki, what a move there. He made a great move up into the front to get that position. Wow, I mean, David Bazuki came out of nowhere to take that high line, and he was able to pass by both cars. Just amazing. That was an amazing run by that 31. And we have our first caution of the race. After 14 laps, we have our first caution. And it's John Gilbert getting turned around. And here's what happened under caution. There's John Gilbert here. Let's take a look. Oh, we got run into Deshaun Clennon. And then they took a couple drivers out. That's what happened under caution. And there you see the 95 involved. The 4... The 41 and 24 spun. Ooh, I think the 17 got hit. I think the 17 might have gotten hit there as well. So the caution's finally out halfway through the race. So now they'll be taking pit stops under caution. So I'm sure these guys are glad to have a caution at this period because they were about close to their pit window. So now it's going to be coming down to whoever has the best pit stop. This is it. This could be for the race here. 22. Let's see if the fresher tires will help them stay off the wall a little longer and all the way to the end. Because we saw a couple cars get tight and as the race progressed and they were hitting the wall. And Max Farrier comes out first. 22 comes off first off pit road. He will keep the lead. So the 22 is going to be out in front once again. So now the question is, will Max Farrier win both at Daytona and Homestead, Miami? Seems that the Sunshine State has been pretty kind to him. Max Farrier, he's won the Daytona 500 twice, and now he looks to win another one here at Homestead, Miami. Well, not the Daytona 500, but another race in Florida at Homestead. He might be the king of Florida here. Green flag is back out here at Homestead. 10 laps to go. And Max Farrier is in front. We'll see if anybody will try to pass him. Oh, look at Oscon. He's trying to use the high line strategy. Here he comes. Can he get the run up on the high line? Farrier puts a block on him, though. Wow, 22 blocks the 2 from the high line move. What a move. What a veteran move there. Max Farrier shows what he's got. And now the 21 to Sean Clennon trying to take... No, I'm not Sean Clennon. Isaiah Bernesh trying to take second. Quinn Porter also trying to be a factor. And look at Farrier go. Max Farrier pulls ahead. 21 gets the run into the bottom lane. And now the 2 car trying to hang on to second place up high. Look at that. 21 get a run on the bottom. And he was able to make it on the bottom line. And very impressive move there. But the 2 cars not giving up. How about that 66 car of Carter Friesen, also in the top 5. Very impressive run for him too. And now we got a battle for the lead here. 21 trying to take the lead from the 22. Question is will the 21 force the 22 into the wall? Here they come up high. Max Farrier still trying to fight back. Bernesh trying to take that lead. 6 to go. Max Farrier still trying to fight up high. And Quint Porter helping the 21 draft a little bit. Will the 21 force the 22 up in the wall again? Here they come on the corner. This is where Farrier has been at his best. Oh, look at Oscon trying to get a run. He hits the wall. They're getting real close. Figueroa gets loose. And somehow they didn't crash. Oh my goodness. I mean, did you see that? Sam and Oscon was just trying really hard to get that move. Trying to get the run on the high line and make the pass. And now they're 3 wide. Almost 3 wide for the lead. Giovanni Castillo's trying to take it. Farrier trying to avoid the wall. He's got the better run up high. 2018 trying to draft that 66. He might have gone a little too tight there. And they're wrecking behind him with 5 laps to go. David Bazuki went around. And they'll race it back to the line. It's going to come down to overtime. Who's going to lead? Here we go. Last chance before they take the caution. 48 trying to get a run. Goes up in the wall. 18 trying to pass the 22 to the line. And the 18 will get the pass in the line. Wow, what a move by Giovanni Castillo. Gets a run against Max Farrier. And he takes the lead under caution. He might have the advantage. Oh my goodness. That could be a move that decides who wins this race. Right there, before we get to overtime. Oh my gosh. And here's what happened under caution with 5 laps to go. There's the spin here. Bazuki, he was hit by Lean Campana. Campana got into another car. And I believe that was the 20 of Dylan Kroom. Right there. There's the run, and boom. Got into Dylan Kroom into the wall there. And the 31 was what got spun. Oh, man. What a race we've had at Homestead. What a turnaround here at Homestead. I mean, Max Verrier had dominated throughout the entire night until these guys started to catch up to him. And Giovanni Castillo makes the move to go up in front. Right now, he has the advantage up on the front row. Question is, will he stick with it? So, hope you guys will stick around for overtime. It'll be our 3rd race in overtime this season, so you definitely don't want to miss the exciting conclusion to Homestead Miami. Alrighty guys, we are ready to go here in overtime with 2 laps to go at Homestead, and no cautions will stop this race. It's going to come down to the wire here at Homestead Miami, and you saw Giovanni Castillo earlier take the lead just before the caution came out. So the question will be, will he be able to hold on to the lead and win? So here we go. Final 2 laps at Homestead Miami. And it's going to come down to the wire, folks. And we are green back again at Homestead. And the 18 car gets a great jump. We've seen Max Verrier, though, on the high line this race. So who knows? That could be a factor. But Giovanni Castillo, he's off to a very good start. Already up and running, and he's already away. Will he hold on to the win here in the final 2 laps? As we're coming to the white flag next time by with 1 lap to go at Homestead Miami. And cars are getting real loose now. Max Verrier is still second, and we'll see if he can catch up to him on the final lap. There's Quinn Porter running the top 5 now. He's still trying to make a run. And he has 2 turns to go. And they're crashing in the back already. A big crash on the final lap. But it won't matter. Final corner. And Giovanni Castillo's going to do it. He's going to hold off Max Verrier. And he's going to take the win here at Homestead Miami. And Giovanni Castillo gives Joe Gibbs their first win of the season as the 18 car cruises to victory here at Homestead in overtime. And let's see the final lap wreck here. We saw cars spinning on the last lap. And there's that wreck in front of them. Big crashes and spins all around. A 00 and the 34. Johnny Garner was the one that spun on the last lap of the race, as these guys were really intense, going all at it on the last lap, and Johnny Garner was caught in the middle of it. So on the final lap, Garner spins S40R6, and that's it. And there's the checkers for Giovanni Castillo as he wins the Dixie Vodka 400 at Homestead Miami. So the final results are in here, and the Cup Series in the race at Homestead. Here's how everybody finished. And a lot of topsy-turvy going up and down when we had that overtime attempt for sure. But Giovanni Castillo, he's back. He is back to the playoffs with the win at Homestead. Brings the 18 car to victory lane and brings Joe Gibbs his first victory here in season 40. As I'm trying to find his name in the winners list. I don't think he's ever won a race before. Wow, I didn't even know that. I thought he had won a few races, but let me look something up. I'm not sure. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm looking for him in the winners list. Wow, I don't think he's ever won a race in the Cup Series. I thought he won a few races, and this is the first time he's finally won. How about that? Giovanni Castillo is a first-time winner. I didn't even know about that. Oh, boy. Giovanni Castillo has finally won a Pichu London Cup Series race. I thought he had a few wins, but he had not won until now. I mean, that's just incredible. He finally gets the job done. He finally gets that first win. And he's finally a winner in the Cup Series. So at long last, Giovanni Castillo, he's a winner here in the Cup Series. So very proud of him to achieve the win here at Homestead and get himself back in the playoffs. So congratulations to Giovanni Castillo on the win here at Homestead, Miami. So hope you enjoyed our race, and next weekend we'll be at Texas Motor Speedway. So until then, we will see you guys later.